Initializing caution files. Please stand by.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another OpenRA classic YouTube cast between Unano and DerE this time. Now, this replay has been sent to me by DerE himself, telling him it was a crazy game. So yeah, let's see how this will turn out. So we're playing against Unano. DerE is playing as Germany this time, and Unano in the blue is playing as Ukraine. We're playing on a ladder map. I can't remember this one's name, but oh yeah, Onyx. 4 oils on this map if I remember correctly. 2 naturals and 2 contested, but these contested oils are pretty interesting. You can snipe engineers from over here, and some people really get like at ease and they just send their engineer out here alone, or maybe with just one or 2 rifles from time to time. Unknown about the fact that it can be sniped. But it seems like both players are going to meet in the middle here for now. Unano already with the snipes, and DerE is just serving them on a plate. One at a time. Already lost 5-0, I think. Oh, 8-2. Wait, that's not right. Yeah, he lost 6 in total. Only lost 2 himself, so that's a really good trade. Really unfortunate for DerE there. But he's still on the hunt, which is kinda crazy. He's trying to get that engineer, I'm assuming. And so is Unano. But both players haven't gone for an engineer yet. Oh, wait a second here. Nice. Wow. So it seems like Unano went for 15 rifles and then into the engineer, which gave DerE enough time to get a rifle across and went for the snipe. In the meantime, Unano has the same idea, but obviously DerE has already captured that, and now at least he has an oil going for himself. He's now going to try and compete this oil in the top, getting rid of all the scouts that are scattered across. And he has 2 medics in there, so actually that rifle survived. That was a very good trade, but once again, on the other side, DerE really needs to be aware of his rifles. They need to be grouped up first if they're going to go in. Oh, nice play from DerE so far. It's been a while since I've seen him play. A couple of mistakes here and there still, but in terms of map awareness and stuff like that, yeah, he's been on point. Another engineer snipe there. That's 1k assets just gone. That didn't do anything. Let's see if DerE is smart enough to force fire here. No. Oh my god. Yikes. Hello? They're going over to the other side, but Unano doesn't want any of that. He's like, fuck your medics, I don't need them. Well, like I said, it's unfortunate. I think he could have been able to force fire from over here because he knew where they were. Maybe something to be aware of for next time. But he's slowly but surely winning the early game, and he keeps producing at the same time. Like he's up 2 oils as well, while Unano is still on none. He lost 2 engineers. So DerE is just able to produce a small extra rifleman here and there because of that. He's also going for an extra light tank just to keep up the pressure, which is definitely not a bad choice. He will delay his MCV a little bit, or maybe not. I wonder how he did it. Did he just went for, yeah, he went for a harvester less. He's on 4. Yeah, as you can see, because he went for the light tank here, he should have probably went for an extra Rax or something, just because now you have built your SD, but the purpose of your SD doesn't kick in after you made your 5th harvester. So there's no use having the SD right there. So he could have gone for a 2nd Rax, have some faster production, and then at around the same time, maybe he could have even squeezed in an extra Rax. So 3 Raxes before SD, and then his SD would have had a purpose. there's a lot of different stuff that you have to keep in mind if you just go for like, if you say to yourself, I'm just gonna go for an extra light tank. That brings a lot of changes. Oh my god, really? Did he lose another engineer right there? Oh yes he did. That's the third engineer, and two of them is by the same guy. That is quite poor scouting from Unano for sure. He's actually going for a fourth engineer here. I think at this point probably even should have already done that, but it would have been probably a better idea to just go and take out the oils. Anyway, there's a small retaliation here. DerE lost his engineer finally, but it has already served its purpose. Oh, Unano did win for that recapture in the bottom. DerE did let that happen. But DerE is looking good. He has his expansion out. And Unano for some reason was falling behind. So DerE is not falling that far behind considering he's already on 6 Raxes and he had 2 light tanks. And Unano is on 3. Oh, but I also don't really like that position. Obviously he can't know that Unano is here. But I've been telling this to people so many times. It's always easier to expand backwards later on than forward. So if Unano or DerE, sorry, decided to... The ideal situation would probably be over here. Maybe to get a couple of Raxes going on here and a pillbox and a ref. And then once everything has settled, because now Unano is just free to take this. While DerE was actually supposed to arrive here first if he decided to go for this straight away. And then if this was mined out, he could have just easily expanded backwards. So that's a couple of tips to keep in mind for DerE. So this is good for Unano. He just decided to put a ref down and immediately base push with the army he has. That can also work. Let's have a look at the combat tab now in the meantime. Both players are dancing around 15 to 16k. And both players have split off their army, which is... which could be huge for either player, to be honest. If one person decides to deadball and take out these smaller armies, that's where the chess part comes in. But it seems like Unano will have a kind of an issue here. He's sending most of his army towards the main, but it's completely out of position right now. And DerE is just launching in a nice multi-prong here onto the expansion. There's no escaping for the MCV whatsoever. It will be caught by the medium tank here while they meet in the middle. MCV gets taken out. And so will the rest of this expansion. Oh, wow, I didn't even see that from Unano. He's doing the same thing, but onto the main of DerE, which is huge. There's a lot more tech. There's still a couple of harvesters to get. And yeah, there's the War Factory, the SD. Everything is going to die, probably. There's still an MCV, so he has the opportunity to spam pillboxes. But no, he's going to decide and leave instead, which is not going to help him at all. Alright. In the meantime, DerE is going for a base raise, but he's already falling behind. Unano is basically already 1 lap ahead of him, already swarming the main base, and no resistance to be faced at all. In the meantime, I find it weird that Unano doesn't have that much army already sitting in his main, because he should have seen this coming, knowing that DerE just cleaned up his expansion. And it seems like DerE is going to be able to take this out as well. So both players have just lost their main, and both players still have a decent amount of equal army value, but it seems like DerE is losing a little bit more here. I mean, wait. Okay, well, never mind. It's still pretty close, and what a game this has been so far, man. Now Unano is trying to get the hell out of there with his main MCV. Still has another MCV sitting up there, but yeah, against medium tanks it's really hard to get away. In the meantime, Unano is continuing his Armageddon, basically. The extermination of DerE. Trying to get the last... I think that's the last MCV. Yep, that's his last MCV. And there's a couple of elite rifle boys here that are faster than the MCV. So they will be... Look at these... Oh my god, look at the... Look. This is next level. These are riflemen that have trained and dedicated their entire life to Ukraine to become this good. tank coming to the rescue there, really smart. Sacrificing a tank to keep them busy. And with the road advantage, should be able to get away, I think. In the meantime, DerE is doing the same thing. He's cleaning up the expansion as well. He's going for that last MCV. He's sending in a medium tank. Will he get it? Medium tanks are faster than the MCV, so should be able to get it. In the meantime, Unano has lost the MCV. This has turned into a hide and seek mode. They turned this into their own minigame. Unano. Oh, DerE is microing his tank, but the rockets are just there, man. And is DerE going to commit? I don't think that's a good idea. He is outnumbered in terms of tanks, but the positioning from Unano is not great. He could have used his MCV as well. Oh, no. Well, he only had one, so couldn't have an instant flame tower up there. So DerE is going to take that engagement. And Jesus, this has become a very clutch game. Oh, wait, Unano did have a second MCV. So we just forgot to... If he had a flame tower ready to go there, he's probably running low on eco. No, not at all. He was floating. So he could have had a flame tower ready there and he would have probably won that engagement. Oh, but in the meantime, he just runs into that random expansion from DerE. And this is not looking great. In the meantime, DerE is looking in the wrong direction though, which is good for Unano. It's going to buy him some time. Who is, well, donating his army into a pillbox. And it is microing the rockets. Or it was on... If he repairs this, yeah. This is the best pillbox there is right now. This is the reason why you micro the pillboxes and snipe rockets. A small tip that I do is I use pillboxes and I give them shift commands to all the rockets. So if I have like 4 pillboxes over here, my enemy's using a huge army, I go like click a couple of rockets here, get the pillbox, click a couple of rockets here, get the pillbox, and do so again. Because if you don't do that, the pillboxes will just shoot the tanks and be completely worthless. And if you don't do it at an army without any tanks, the rocket soldiers might get to your pillboxes before you destroy the entire army. Alright, anyways, DerE is here. He has sent over his entire army back to his expansion. He has a war factory up and running again. And Unano has to rely on Raxes and flame towers basically. Crazy game so far. Unano still on 2 oils, but DerE still has a decent expansion up here with a couple of harvesters. And we could have a final big battle unfold. There's a light tank to scout around, see what's going on, see how much Unano has. Very smart move. Yeah, that's a big army still. Oh wow, he decided to sell it. Just under the pressure of a couple of rifles. Unano doesn't want to move out right now. Meanwhile, oil's been taken out by DerE. Kill all those... Whatever, kill all those oils. I don't know where I was going with that. Don't mind me. Alright. DerE's going for the flank. That's really good. He saw that there wasn't really anything there protecting his harvesters. Unano is sending a scout over though, which is smart. Because I think it's gonna pay off. So it is kind of still a crazy game, but the fact that DerE still had this expansion up, I mean, and both players are still floating. Oh well, Unano isn't anymore. He spent all of his 9k. Probably should have went for more riffs, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's a crazy game. Like anything goes here, and let's see if DerE can make the push. Unano's going to split up his army real nicely here. There's only one light tank that's doing the soaking, and it goes down. So Unano has a vision advantage here. He should have used his harvester, but Flame Tower comes to the rescue. Flame Tower is being killed off here. Yeah, Unano is struggling. He's not killing this army fast enough in order to regroup and get this army. And the medium tanks are going to cut it. Yep. That's gonna do it. DerE is going to take this crazy game after both players lost their main bases. And it turned into a hide and seek, and then after that it turned into a slugfest. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me. My name is Caution, and I'll see you guys next time.
Battle control terminated.